Hello, and thanks for joining us for our first show of the new season. It's still August, so we're keeping the summer vibes alive with our guests today here in a colder than usual Paris. That was Caipirinha from the French duo DjeuhDjoah and Lieutenant Nicholson. And because of COVID rules, only one half of the duo can join me in the studio. Hello there. Now, you're performing at a new innovative, ecological and COVID-friendly music festival called Ozar. It's taking place this weekend in Paris at Parc Citoyen. And the organiser, Ben Levy, is also here. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Now, DjeuhDjoah, since COVID, how many times have you actually been able to perform in front of an audience?
Like outside, we could perform 10 or 15 times because we used a truck to DJing, and we had stops to play live. It was effectively with Lieutenant Nicholson and with another artist called El Gato Negro, and dancers. Like
so you adapted to have a carnival atmosphere. Now, Ben, your Paris, New York Heritage Festival was cancelled this summer. It was cancelled last summer because of COVID. It's an event that takes place in 6 cities around the world: Paris, New York, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Montreal and Johannesburg. You've had to rethink the whole festival concept, haven't you? How is this festival going to be different?
The festival, takes place in different countries. And it's very, very different this year because it's been 17 months. We haven't done anything. We did a little something, a tribute to Sudan in a Trianon in June. That was the first comeback, and we always have a series of concerts for 2, 3, 4 days. And this has a different flavor because it's, for me, going back to work after 17 months. No, it's not true. We actually work a lot, but for this, but it's very different because we wanted to add something to the festival and give a little human unity to the flavor of this festival, with an ecological project, with hay bales arena, and
so everyone's going to be sitting on hay bales.
No, no. The idea of this project is I've seen a Spanish architect who's done around hay bales things a couple of years ago. And actually, in 1995, I was in a Ziget festival, and I've been into an arena of hay bales, and that was fantastic. The sound was amazing, and the feeling was great. And I remember of that. And every year we have a theme for this festival. And the theme we chose in 2019, after coming back to LA, was human unity. And it was, how do we protect the humanity? And obviously, to protect the humanity, we have to change how we produce. And so during 17 months, it was very, very difficult, but try to think. And that project was one of the projects we wanted to do because it had a lot of sense.
Okay, and here in France now, to go to concerts, to go to restaurants, to go to the cinema, people need a COVID pass, or to prove they've had the vaccine, or they need a negative test. Tell us about the COVID measures in place at the festival.
Well, since a couple of weeks, we have to have the pass sanitaire in place, so we're going to have a filter at the front. The festival is free, but you have to reserve before. It's actually Saturday full, but you can still try to come. But regarding the COVID measure, we thought it was not just nice for a festival to say, oh, you don't have your COVID test or you don't have your vaccine in place and you cannot come. It's open festival, it's human unity stuff. So we decided to put a tent where you can be tested for free Just bring your cards and you be able to do that. So as soon as you are negative, you win.
Okay, well, Saturday is funk and groove and Sunday is tropical and world music. We're going to be seeing DjeuhDjoah with Lieutenant Nicholson on Saturday. Here's a taster of what to expect. It's called El Nino. You two are definitely always having a right laugh in your videos, aren't you? You describe your sound as Afropean, a collection of jazzy pop melodies, Afro soul and funk arrangements. Where do you get your inspirations from?
Oh, from all the music that we love, all the things that we live, and our love for music. It's like a laboratoire.
A laboratory.
A laboratory in the studio, the home studio of Lieutenant Nicholson, and we just put all our love in what we love. So it sounds like that. And Afropean because we are the result of the history of the two continents. So as we put what we are in this music, we call it...
It's a mix of both. Now, you've got 2 albums with Lieutenant Nicholson.
Exactly.
But has the way you make and think about music changed since the world changed, since COVID came?
Yeah, in a way, because our lives changed. So I can't exactly say how it changed, but we live it day by day. And we see the concerts can be the same. So we just try to adapt ourselves.
As best we can, yeah. And Ben, is it ever going to be like before? How do you see the future of concerts and festivals?
It's very difficult to answer to this question. It's going to be different, for sure. It is already different, I think. But I'm very positive for the future because I really think when I see the attendance, in 1 week, we just had a lot of people sending us a lot of nice email. They're going to be there for sure. They said, yeah, we need that. So I'm very positive about the public. I think the public really need.
We've been missing live music.
Yeah, we need. I mean, I do need that because I'm doing this for 20 years. But I think we have been, during the COVID, told not to be close to each other, not to share for reasons of the pandemic. I think now it's time to come together. That's the whole idea of saying Aux Arts.
Ozar. Okay. Well, although life isn't totally back to normal, other festivals are taking place around France. Series Mania is France's biggest festival that's devoted to the small screen. Our television critic is Yenna Lee, and she's there for us in Lille. Now, Yenna, what's on the lineup this year?
Well, there's going to be 57 series from 21 countries this year, and for 28 of them, it's going to be their world premiere. The last time that Series Mania Festival took place in 2019, that was before the COVID-19 pandemic, there was some 72,000 people attending. It has to be said, though, for this year's lineup, there's going to be a lot fewer big international guests, but the selection does look quite promising. I'm particularly looking forward to 3 shows, and it's going to be the French premiere for all 3 of them. The US is Kevin Can F Himself, and that's a dark satire comedy. There's also a crime drama from South Korea called Mouse that delves into the ethics of using genetics to solve crime. And the third one I'm particularly interested in is the critically acclaimed British drama called We Are Lady Parts, and that's a comedy about an all-female, all-Muslim punk rock group. Now, tonight is going to be opening night, and the opening ceremony isn't a show that's in competition. It's called Vigil. It's a BBC One produced drama, and that's about an investigator being sent to a military submarine to get to the bottom of a a dark murder that took place on board. It stars Suran Jones from Dr. Foster, as well as Game of Thrones' Rose Leslie. It looks like it's going to be a very claustrophobic thriller. Take a look.
I think this was a murder.
That's absurd. If you're asking who's capable, anybody.
This is a coordinated attack, sir. Everyone knows it's a cover-up.
You're going to let them die? This is a staggering act of hostility.
But we're not at war.
That is an illusion. We have always been at war.
Now, if you can't physically attend the festival, you can watch all of these shows online for free on Série Mania Digital. Everything goes online 24 hours after they're screened here at the festival in Lille.
Okay, Yennalee, thank you so much. So if you're in northern France this weekend, the TV festival series Mania is taking place. Levy, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks to DjeuhDjoah aussi, who'll be performing this weekend at Aux Arts Festival at Parc André Citroën in Paris. And just before we go, the Deauville American Film Festival is taking place next week, and France 24 is partners with the event, and we'll have extensive coverage of the movies and interviews with the stars. So please join us for that. We're going to leave you with a taster. Remember our website. We're also on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. There's more news coming up on France 24 after this.